Sex is if not the, dominant conversation of our time.
Cool.
Yeah, real cool. We're obsessed with sex as a culture. And not even just having it, assessing it, dissecting it, changing it, politicizing it, manipulating it. We sell with it. We vote with it. You know, it's everywhere, and it drives most everything, it seems. And to some degree, it makes a lot of sense, actually, though.
Right. I mean, we are sexual beings. We're male and female. We're a union of body and soul, so it would make sense that this would be an obsession. Also, after the sexual revolution, which we're still in the wake of, there was an overemphasis on the physical pleasure of sex, and so we still live in that mentality of this over obsession with that, and
at the expense of more essential things,
right? Like the soul, the child, the other person. So that makes sense. And then also, whether people know it or not, there is a spiritual battle going on in this realm. You know, Sister Lucia, one of the child visionaries at Fatima, said that the last great battle was going to be over marriage and family. So of course that plays into the, everything that's going on with sexuality in the world today.
Whether we see it or not, right. That's what's happening spiritually.
Right. Yes. And so, it's ugly at times, and it's going to continue that way, but we have to be aware that the devil, our opponent, he's so powerful, he's so cunning, and he plays dirty, but Jesus is victorious, and he's
infinitely
more powerful than what's going on.
And we've already won.
Yes, but we still have to educate ourselves. So.
We do, and there's such consequences that this is something we don't want to get wrong. We don't want to be on the wrong side of this for the sake of our souls, for the sake of our happiness, for the sake of our marriage, for the sake of our family, for the sake of the church, for the sake of society. There's just such great consequences to getting this right. And think about the changes. The changes are happening so fast. Think about 10 years ago, the difference with homosexual unions. Think of the difference with gender ideology. Think of the difference with how many things have been technological advancements with reproductive technologies, with contraception, with sterilization. The technology is changing fast. The legality is changing fast. The politicization is changing fast. Even education, the biological curriculums are changing. It's all happening now. It's all happening fast. It's what's going on, and there are great consequences. So we need to get this right.
Right. And so since this is the time that we live in, we have to educate ourselves. We have to know what the church's teachings are on sexuality and marriage and family. And so once we have this knowledge, it's really power. We have power over ourselves. We have power over our marriage, over our family, and even in society for the good.
Yeah. So a couple of things going forward to close with. One, don't be fooled, and don't be afraid. Don't be fooled in the sense that all the systems of the world, let's say our mass government, our mass education, our mass media, our mass entertainment, now also mass technology, these things are all stacked against the church. Our faith has always taught that the world is against the church. And I think we're seeing that very clearly today. So we have to know that 90% of the information that we're constantly hearing is anti-Christian.
And it makes it sound like everybody believes that. And there's no.
And we know that that's not the case, but that's what they make it sound like as they control these systems. So anyway, but the next is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that, one, but don't be afraid to find out what the church teaches. I know that this is highly personal. I know that people feel like they've made mistakes. I know that the wounds of this touch most everybody in today. And for someone that left the church and then studied their way back, I'm talking about me, I had to take each of these issues and what I found is taking each of these issues that I didn't agree with the church on, I found out that there was always a why behind the what. There was always a reason for the teaching. There was always a good behind what first seemed to rub me the wrong way. And so the church is always, one, it continues the teachings of Christ in the world today. So it's always for your good. It's always for your happiness. It's always for your healing, and it comes across gently. So don't be afraid to learn it, and to be on the right side of this battle, the side that has happiness and great fulfillment.